This book explores the fundamental principles of effective learning and provides practical strategies for developing better learning habits. L.S. Clark, a psychology graduate and specialist in careers, business, and emotional intelligence, shares her expertise to help readers overcome common learning obstacles and accelerate their knowledge acquisition. Through her experience in career consulting and her passion for writing, Clark has developed a comprehensive guide that addresses the complexities of how we learn and retain information. Chapter: The learning process. Learning is a complex neurological process that involves multiple brain structures working together. The hippocampus and prefrontal cortex play crucial roles in how we process and store new information. During learning, our brains undergo both structural and functional changes, adapting and modifying themselves to accommodate new knowledge and skills. This neuroplasticity allows us to continuously acquire and develop our capabilities throughout our lives. However, effective learning requires optimal conditions. A quiet environment free from distractions is essential for proper focus and concentration. Additionally, adequate nutrition and sufficient sleep are fundamental requirements that support brain function and memory consolidation. Without these basic conditions, our learning capacity becomes significantly diminished. Every individual learns differently, and understanding your personal learning style is crucial for maximizing educational effectiveness. Research has identified 3 primary learning styles that help people absorb information more efficiently. Visual learners process information best through images, videos, infographics, colorful notes, mind maps, and diagrams. These individuals benefit from seeing information presented in graphic formats that help them visualize concepts and relationships. Auditory learners prefer to receive information through listening. They learn effectively from lectures, discussions, and even by reading content aloud to themselves. These learners often benefit from participating in group discussions and verbal explanations of concepts. Kinesthetic learners, often called hands-on learners, perform best when they can engage in practical activities and experiments. They need to physically interact with material to fully understand and retain information. This learning style benefits from laboratory work, field studies, and interactive demonstrations. While these 3 styles represent the most recognized approaches to learning, they are not the only methods available. It is important to identify your dominant learning style to optimize your study approach. However, incorporating elements from all 3 styles can enrich your learning experience and contribute to more comprehensive knowledge acquisition. Chapter: Structuring your learning process. Creating an effective learning structure requires careful planning and clear objective setting. The first step involves defining specific learning goals and understanding why you want to acquire particular knowledge. This reflection on relevance and personal contribution helps maintain focus throughout the entire learning journey. Setting specific and measurable objectives is essential for tracking progress and maintaining motivation. Instead of vague goals like wanting to learn more about history, create precise targets such as learning about ancient Greek civilization or writing a 1,000-word article on a specific historical period. These concrete objectives allow you to monitor advancement, plan more effectively, and celebrate achievements along the way. Goals should be realistic and achievable while still presenting appropriate challenges. They should require effort and dedication, but remain within reach through consistent work and commitment. Developing a comprehensive study plan accelerates the learning process and helps achieve defined objectives. This plan should consider your personal goals, preferred learning style, and available time for study. Creating an effective study plan involves several key steps that ensure systematic and efficient learning. First, identify and prioritize your learning needs by listing required skills and knowledge, then ranking them by importance. This prioritization helps focus efforts on the most critical areas first. Next, determine your learning style preferences to select the most effective study methods for your individual needs. Understanding how you learn best allows you to choose techniques that maximize retention and comprehension. Establish a realistic study schedule that considers your availability and potential conflicts. Be honest about work, family, and leisure commitments when planning your study time. Unrealistic schedules often lead to frustration and abandonment of learning goals. Create a detailed weekly or monthly activity calendar that accounts for different study materials and subjects. This scheduling ensures balanced coverage of all necessary topics and prevents last-minute cramming. Maintain motivation by setting both short-term and long-term milestones. Regularly mark progress on your timeline and celebrate each achievement to sustain enthusiasm and commitment throughout the learning process. Following these structured steps enables better focus on objectives, improved learning processes, and accelerated knowledge acquisition. Success depends on maintaining commitment and consistency in following your established plan. Chapter: Strategies to Strengthen Learning. Practice and repetition form the foundation of effective learning and skill development. These strategies strengthen neural connections in the brain, making information retention significantly easier. Regular practice helps your mind recall information more readily and apply knowledge more effectively in various situations. Creating opportunities for consistent practice and review is essential for reinforcing learning. Several specific strategies can be incorporated into any study plan to establish effective practice and repetition habits. Regular review sessions should be scheduled proactively rather than waiting until information is forgotten. Making review a consistent practice in your study plan prevents knowledge loss and strengthens long-term retention. Solving exercises related to your study topics makes learning more effective by providing practical application opportunities. These exercises reinforce theoretical knowledge through active engagement with the material. Applying knowledge in real-world situations, even in small ways, helps consolidate learning and strengthen neural pathways. Look for opportunities to use new knowledge in practical contexts whenever possible. Teaching others represents one of the most effective methods for reinforcing and applying knowledge. Whether explaining concepts to family members, friends, or even practicing explanations alone, teaching forces you to organize and clarify your understanding. These practice strategies require considerable effort but are fundamental to learning success. They demand hard work but contribute significantly to achieving educational objectives. Memorization techniques provide another crucial component for effective learning. Many people struggle with memorizing information, yet memorization remains essential for knowledge acquisition. Various techniques can help retain information more easily and effectively. Association involves connecting new knowledge to familiar images, stories, or previously learned information. Creating these mental connections makes new learning easier to recall and integrate with existing knowledge. Spaced repetition involves reviewing material after specific time intervals rather than immediate repetition. This technique helps consolidate learning in long-term memory by taking advantage of natural memory consolidation processes. Mnemonic devices use acronyms, phrases, or memory aids to help remember specific information. For example, using a simple phrase to remember complex definitions makes recall more reliable and efficient. Mental maps create visual schemes that organize concepts and connect related information. These visual representations help understand relationships between different ideas and facilitate comprehensive understanding. Teaching others, as mentioned before, strengthens both understanding and memorization of knowledge by requiring clear articulation of concepts. Practicing information retrieval without referring to books or notes strengthens neural connections and improves recall ability under various conditions. Chapter: Challenges in the learning process. Mistakes and failures are inevitable parts of any learning process, yet they provide valuable opportunities for growth and improvement. Many people avoid taking risks or trying new approaches due to fear of failure, which significantly hinders learning progress. Learning to manage mistakes and failures effectively is crucial for continued growth. Accept that errors are natural parts of learning that everyone experiences. This acceptance reduces stress and anxiety that can interfere with learning. Analyze mistakes to understand their causes and develop improvement strategies. This analysis transforms failures into valuable learning experiences that guide future efforts. Seeking feedback from others provides valuable perspectives that can improve your learning process. External viewpoints often identify blind spots and suggest helpful modifications to your approach. Using lessons learned from mistakes to try new approaches demonstrates resilience and commitment to growth. Each failure provides information that can inform better strategies in future attempts. Maintaining a growth mindset focuses attention on learning capacity rather than current limitations or difficulties. This perspective encourages persistence through challenges and setbacks. Staying motivated and focused throughout the learning process requires specific strategies and conscious effort. Setting realistic and achievable goals provides a foundation for sustained progress. Finding personal sources of motivation, whether through passion for the subject or career objectives, helps maintain energy and commitment during difficult periods. Creating a positive study environment that supports concentration and focus eliminates unnecessary obstacles to learning. Staying organized reduces stress and improves efficiency by ensuring materials and information are easily accessible when needed. Taking regular breaks for relaxation, meditation, or physical activity prevents burnout and maintains mental freshness for continued learning. Learning stress management techniques helps maintain emotional balance during challenging learning periods. Celebrating achievements, both large and small, reinforces positive learning behaviors and maintains motivation for continued effort. Procrastination represents a significant obstacle that can derail learning progress. Overcoming procrastination requires identifying underlying causes and implementing specific strategies to address them. Setting clear and achievable goals provides direction and purpose that can overcome procrastination tendencies. Creating detailed study plans breaks large tasks into manageable steps that feel less overwhelming. Dividing complex tasks into smaller components allows focus on one step at a time, reducing the intimidation factor that often leads to procrastination. Eliminating distractions such as television, phones, and social media creates an environment that supports sustained focus and productivity. Using time management techniques like the Pomodoro method, which alternates work periods with short breaks, can maintain focus while preventing mental fatigue. Rewarding yourself after completing tasks reinforces positive study behaviors and creates positive associations with learning activities. Finding study partners who provide accountability and motivation can help overcome procrastination through social support and shared commitment. Group learning presents both opportunities and challenges that require specific strategies for maximum effectiveness. Active participation in discussions and debates enhances understanding and accelerates learning through diverse perspectives. Preparing relevant questions and information before group sessions ensures productive use of collaborative time and demonstrates commitment to the learning process. Respecting different opinions and ideas creates a positive learning environment that encourages open sharing and creative thinking. Asking questions to clarify others' ideas and gather additional information deepens understanding and promotes comprehensive learning. Practicing healthy debate while maintaining focus on learning objectives keeps group sessions productive and educational. Learning represents a fundamental skill necessary for success in any career or personal endeavor. Despite various difficulties and obstacles, learning remains possible regardless of age or previous experience. The strategies presented in this guide provide practical tools for developing effective learning habits and progressing through various stages of knowledge acquisition. By implementing these approaches consistently and maintaining commitment to growth, anyone can overcome learning challenges and successfully achieve their educational objectives.